There's a single moment in every interaction with a woman, a split second where she decides exactly who you are. Is he interesting or forgettable? Confident or desperate? The truth is, most men blow it before they even realize it. They think it's about what they say, but it's not. One sentence, just one, can flip the entire dynamic, make her see you differently forever. And most men will never know the secret. What if I told you that in the first 5 seconds of meeting a woman, she's already decided everything about you? Not consciously, but instinctively. She doesn't care about your job, your muscles, or your fancy car. What she's scanning is far more subtle, far more powerful. She's running an internal algorithm, honed over thousands of generations, that instantly categorizes you. Valuable or low value, confident or compensating, a leader or follower, someone desired or someone who constantly seeks validation. Every movement, every tone, every pause is a data point. Every laugh, glance, or hesitation feeds her assessment. Within moments, you're sorted into a category, top tier, average, or low tier. And here's the harsh truth most men miss. Everything you do after those first few moments rarely changes her initial judgment. It only confirms it. She's not getting to know you in the way you think. She's checking the impression she already made holds up. Most men fail because they don't understand this. They believe they have time. They over-explain, over-justify, and overcompensate. They list achievements, tell long stories, try to impress. Every word intended to prove worthiness, it screams desperation, reactive energy, low status. The more they try, the faster they're disqualified. The secret weapon is something most men will never learn, the killer phrase. Unlike a pickup line or a shocking comment, the killer phrase doesn't attempt to impress. It doesn't perform or manipulate. Instead, it breaks her algorithm. It delivers a piece of information she's not expecting, something that doesn't fit neatly into her usual categories. And suddenly, she has to reassess. Curiosity sparks. Intrigue rises. You're no longer the one being judged. You're defining the terms of the interaction. So, what is it really? The killer phrase is simple yet powerful. It's a frame in action, not words. You're showing confidence without claiming it. You're hinting at depth without explaining it. You're positioning yourself not as someone seeking approval, but as someone evaluating compatibility. It creates a tension, a subtle emotional disruption that keeps her mind engaged and her curiosity alive. This isn't about chaos, shock, or trying to trick her. It's about authentic, magnetic presence. You're no longer a man hoping to be seen. You're a man she can't ignore. And once that spark is lit, everything that follows builds on it, naturally, without effort, without explanation, without desperation. Imagine this. She tests you subtly, without even realizing it. A tease, a playful jab. Most men panic. They defend themselves, stumble over words, try to justify, to explain, to prove, and in that instant, they've already failed. But here's the power move. You don't react. You observe, you acknowledge, and you deliver a single line that shifts the dynamic entirely. Example, she teases you lightly, testing your reaction. Most men scramble. You lean in, smile, and say, "Seems like you're used to that, huh?" And just like that, the moment changes. You don't get defensive. You don't overthink. You simply show you see the game, and that it doesn't control you. Instantly, you radiate top-tier energy. Example 2, she asked the dreaded question, "So, what do you do?" The instinct for most men is to recite a resume, to impress, to over-explain. But your answer depends on your reality. If you're already high status, you might say, "I solve complex problems most people don't even notice." If you're still building, a more authentic line works just as well. "I'm building something that'll probably surprise people one day." No need for long explanations. No begging for approval. Just confidence, clarity, and direction. That's it. Example 3. She says she's busy. Many men panic, overcommit, or bend over backwards to accommodate. Your killer phrase, perfect, keeps life interesting. It communicates independence, options, and control over your time without desperation. You're the one with value. She's the one evaluating if she fits into your world. Developing your own killer phrase. Here's the truth. The killer phrase isn't about memorizing lines. It's about authentic expression. It's a mirror of your true self. Copying someone else? It will always feel fake. Real attraction comes from congruence. The words, your energy, and your reality must match. Step 1. Know your archetype. Are you a builder, rebel, intellectual, leader, or creator? Stay true to your core identity. Your killer phrase should flow naturally from who you are, not who you wish to be. Step 2. Identify your differentiation, what separates you from the crowd. Not better, just different. This difference is magnetic because she hasn't seen it before. Your phrase should subtly hint at that uniqueness. Step 3. Test in low-stakes environments before dropping it on someone you actually care about impressing. Try it on baristas, waitresses, or acquaintances. Watch reactions. Adjust. Refine. The goal is natural flow, not memorized performance. Step 4. Deliver with detachment. The phrase only works if you don't need it to work. Say it because it's true, not because you're chasing approval. Detachment equals confidence. Confidence equals attraction. Step 5. Use sparingly. The power of the phrase comes from rarity. Say it once, say it right, and let your behavior reinforce it naturally. Overuse dilutes impact. Repetition destroys intrigue. Here's the secret. The killer phrase isn't magic. It's a reflection of your inner frame. It shows that you're not chasing validation, that you operate from a position of options and self-respect. The right phrase doesn't just grab attention. It forces her to reassess her expectations, sparks curiosity, and makes her wonder who you really are. And once that spark is lit, everything else flows naturally, without desperation, without performance. That's the real power. Here's the truth most men never understand. The killer phrase is only the tip of the iceberg. The real power comes from the foundation underneath. Your life, your choices, your self-respect. Say the right words without building real value. And it's not attractive, it's manipulation. Women can feel it instantly. So what's the foundation? Build a life you're proud of. Not flashy, not for show. Something that gives you purpose and direction. Cultivate skills and options. The world rewards competence, and confidence comes from knowing you can thrive anywhere. Develop social proof. Your circle, your achievements, your reputation. These silently broadcast your value. Set clear boundaries. Know what you will and won't tolerate. Respect yourself enough to walk away when needed. Without these pillars, the killer phrase is hollow. With them, it becomes magnetic, undeniable, and effortless. The formula for a killer phrase. It's simple, yet few ever get right. 3 elements, perfectly combined. 1. Observe the dynamic. I can tell you're used to men chasing you. Notice the patterns, the energy. See the test before you react. 2. Establish your frame. I'm not chasing. If there's mutual interest, we explore it. If not, that's fine too. Set your position clearly. You define the terms, not her. You're not desperate for approval. You're assessing compatibility. 3. Extend a confident invitation. Shall we stop performing and have a real conversation? Invite engagement on your terms. It shows curiosity, self-respect, and authenticity. Observation plus frame plus invitation equals natural, effortless confidence. The outcome. Here's what happens when you deliver it right. Low quality, validation-seeking women, they reject you instantly. Perfect. You save months of wasted effort. Average women, They may push back, test you, or challenge the frame. Hold steady. Either they grow curious, or they self-disqualify. High-quality women, they respond immediately. Authenticity, confidence, and boundaries are irresistible. They recognize value instantly, without games, without effort. The killer phrase doesn't just impress. It sorts. It accelerates clarity. It filters your world in minutes instead of months. Suddenly, you know exactly who deserves your time and who doesn't. You're no longer chasing approval. You're setting the rules. You're the one defining the interaction. And here's the final point. Once your foundation is solid, the phrase isn't a trick. It's a natural expression of your reality. You don't perform. You exist as someone worth noticing. That's the real secret of the killer phrase. Stop thinking this is about clever lines or tricks. Stop believing that a witty comment or rehearsed story will make her notice you. The harsh truth? Most men fail because they chase approval, over-explain, and perform for attention, and women feel it instantly. Real attraction isn't built on words. It's built on who you are, how you live, and the energy you carry. The killer phrase isn't magic. It's simply a mirror of your reality. It reflects confidence, independence, and self-respect. It's the tip of an iceberg that's supported by a life you've built, skills you've mastered, options you've cultivated, and boundaries you refuse to compromise. Here's the paradox that most men never get. Less need equals more interest. Less chasing equals more value. Less explaining equals more mystery. When you stop performing for her approval, she starts performing for your attention. Curiosity sparks. Intrigue builds. Suddenly, you're not another man she's judging. You're someone she can't ignore. The process is simple, but almost no one executes it properly. Know your archetype. Are you a builder, a rebel, an intellectual, a leader, or creator? Your phrase must flow from who you truly are. Authenticity beats mimicry every time. Craft congruent phrases. Your words should reflect your reality, not a script you found online. Congruence builds trust, curiosity, and respect. Let your frame do the work. The killer phrase is effective only when backed by a consistent mindset, self-respect, and independence. The frame speaks louder than any clever line ever could. Asterisk. Here's what happens when you get it right. The right women notice immediately. They recognize value without needing you to prove it. The wrong women? They remove themselves effortlessly, saving you months of wasted effort, uncertainty, and emotional energy. Either way, you win. At the end of the day, the killer phrase is not a shortcut. It's a signal. A signal that you are a man who lives with purpose, sets boundaries, and moves through life on your own terms. Master the frame, master your life, and the words will naturally follow. Stop trying to impress. Start being undeniable. Asterisk. Now you know the truth. The killer phrase isn't about tricks, lines, or impressing anyone. It's about authenticity, confidence, and owning your frame. But knowing this isn't enough. You have to live it, practice it, and let it become part of who you are. If you want more insights on mastering attraction, understanding female psychology, and building unshakable confidence, hit that subscribe button right now. Don't wait. Make sure to smash the like button if this video opened your eyes, and drop a comment below. Tell me, what's your archetype? Are you a builder, a rebel, a leader, or something completely different? I want to hear how you plan to craft your killer phrase and dominate your interactions. Remember, this is more than just advice. It's a blueprint for becoming someone impossible to ignore. Don't just watch. Take action, implement it, and watch the difference for yourself. So go ahead, subscribe, like, and comment. Your next level starts the moment you decide to stop performing and start being undeniable.